Hello and welcome to another round of Sarah's question time. And today's question is, Sarah, not every person on my team is high performing. Help. Wasn't entirely phrased like that, but hopefully you get the point. So, within a team that you are leading, you would expect that you have a range of personalities, a range of skill sets, a range of zones of genius, and maybe even a range of functions, a range of geographies, etc. Now, the bigger the team and the more that that team incorporates, the bigger the range of people that you're likely to meet within that team. And very often with high performing executives, they will say to me, I want everyone on my team to be high performing. And I'm really frustrated because of the different working styles, different work ethics, different value systems of certain people on my team. So the first thing I'm going to say here is, for a team to be high performing, what we're looking at is overall that the team is high performing. So if you imagine taking yourself out of your body and looking down on your team from a high level, you want to see that that team in totality is high performing. Now, that means that they collaborate and work well together, because it's far better to have a team that works cohesively together than it is to have one or two star performers within that team. But also defining what high performing means. High performing means, at least in the terminology that I'm about to give you, you may have a different definition, and I suggest you actually sit down and think about what your definition is. But within my definition, it is that everyone is working in an area where their skill set matches. So they're working in an area that they are good at, hopefully that they like as well, because that makes a difference, and they are working to their optimal capacity. So they are performing their function about above average. You may have heard me say before that I have no interest in mediocrity. So what you want ideally is for people to naturally want to work to their optimal capacity. Now, what that means is it might vary from function to function. You don't need everyone on the team to be involved in strategy, for example. You don't need everyone on the team to be a decision maker. You also need people on the team that are executors, and they love executing, and they're good at doing it, and they love coming into work, doing their thing for their contracted hours, doing their thing well, taking responsibility, and then going home. Because high-performing execs tend to work longer hours and go the extra mile, it can almost seem like that's not enough. So if a person is just doing that because they should want to be there all the time, they should want to go up the ladder, etc., etc. But judging other people by your own value system, rather than looking subjectively, what is that person's value system, and also what is needed on the team. So discounting that in favor of what you think needs to happen actually has a detrimental effect on whether the team overall is high performing. So the best thing that you can do is actually sit down and think, taking aside all judgments and preconceptions I have of the words high performing and what it means for me subjectively, what exactly do I need? So if we take a particular function, what do I need? What does great look like in this function? What kind of personality is needed for this function? And how can I make sure that I get the right fit for this? So really understanding the makeup of the team and people's respective zones of genius so that the right people can be slotted into the right pieces in the structure. And looking at it that way is going to be far healthier from the team, because you are not expecting people to be something that they're not. Therein lies frustration. So a lot of problems at work and relationship tension comes because I've heard leaders say, I would never do that, or why are they doing that? It's completely contra to my value system. Well, they are not you. They are someone else, and they are going to do their best work if they feel valued, appreciated, and listened to in the function they're doing.